So today's title is Bible Stories and Expressions for Writers and Speakers. So why this topic? As I told you last time, Bible is one language which was initially written in Hebrew, okay, translated into Latin and all that, and there was a lot of struggle to translate it into English. And once it was translated into English, it became an influential text. Okay, the language was very simple and straightforward. So as to establish yourself effectively as a writer, you don't have to go for those, bombarding words, high-flown words and all that. You can go work at the very, average level of words. Take those very simple words and you can communicate. Simple ideas and communicate. Okay. So we see the whole of Bible, Jesus was always talking in parables. He was always telling stories. Okay. That really is an exemplary way of taking across, getting points across. So even as a writer, even as a speaker, if you could talk about anecdotes, if you could talk about stories, okay, that really very effectively gets your ideas across. Okay. So here, let us start with the, first I've taken 10 or 15 expressions that were borrowed from Bible and became a common usage, okay, fell into common usage among writers, okay. So the first expression that I would like to take is the 11th hour. It's an expression that was borrowed from the, taken after Bible, was translated into English and people started reading it. Writers started quoting these lines, okay. So why do you quote somebody? So for example, I always love quoting Abdul Kalam. Okay, Abdul Kalam talking about setting goals in life, dreams in life. He says, dream is not something that comes when you sleep. Dream is something that will not let you sleep. Look at the way he puts it. So when somebody like this, they beautifully express themselves, later stage what happens, I start quoting that person. Okay, you know what that person said? Okay, I start quoting that person. So here you establishing yourself as a writer. I said start writing. Okay, start writing, start expressing yourself. If you aren't confident enough, you can have a notebook, you can have a diary where you record whatever you feel like and believe in what you write. Believe in your ideas, believe in your expression. Okay, swimming or cycling or singing or dancing, nothing comes by just observing. You don't become the best player by watching the coach play. Only when you take the ball and bat in your hand and when you give those kicks and receive those throws, that's where you become an effective player. The same thing comes for writing also. If you aren't very confident to establish yourself on a major platform, you start establishing yourself on your small rough platform, which is your own notebooks. Keep writing all your ideas, recording all your ideas. After a point, you become little confident, you feel, you're convinced about your ideas. And then you can take it to masses. Okay, so as we always say, it's your intrapersonal relationship. What is your heart saying? What is your belief? What is your understanding? Start documenting that. So at the 11th hour, as we have taken up this expression, okay, was quoted by Jesus in the Bible through a story, and later the people felt that was an effective way of expressing an idea. So they started borrowing it in their writing. So what I actually wanted to tell you is, if you become an effective writer, tomorrow somebody else will quote you. Okay, people will say, that quote is very nice. Why not I take that quote? And people will start quoting you. That's where you reach the highest level as a writer. Okay, so here the 11th hour means, all of us know, 11th, don't come to me at the 11th hour. Okay, you should have finished it long time back. So here there is a story, I could even read it. It is from Matthew 20 verses 1 to 2. It says, for the kingdom of heaven is like a landowner. Okay, kingdom of heaven. Those of you who believe in life, okay, also have to believe in death. Okay, so one day all of us are perishable. Like the vegetables that you have in your fridge. Okay, why do you keep it inside the fridge? It will perish very easily if you keep it outside. So, 1 minute think of yourself as perishable. We never think of ourselves as perishable. There again, I like to give you this quote. Man lives as if he will never die, and he dies as if he has never lived. Look at this quote. Okay, so நம்மளோட லைஃப்ல வந்துட்டு here they are talking about the kingdom of heaven. Okay, the kingdom that we cannot see with our visual eyes. Okay, it is compared to a landowner who went out early in the morning to hire men to work in his vineyard. There was this landowner, he is going out to hire men to work in his vineyard. அவனுடைய திராட்சை தோட்டத்துல வேலை செய்யறதுக்காக வெளியில போய் வேலையாட்களை தேடி போறான். Okay, and he agreed to pay them a denarius for the day and send them into his vineyard. Okay, so I am hiring you in the morning. Okay, and I'm telling you, people, I'm hiring you. By the end of the day, I'm going to pay each of you 1,000 rupees. Oh, you're so excited. Okay, now 1,000 rupees per day. Then you calculate, you know, how much you will get for days to come. So maybe you're happy, or you asked more, or whatever it is, and you are hired in the morning. Now these people are working. This landowner again goes out to look for people, to hire more people. He goes and gets few more people in the afternoon. Okay, and again he goes out and he gets few more people because he was running short of hands. He wanted more hands to help him. So he goes out in the evening again and he gets few more people. Okay, now the time comes when it is time to pay the laborers. Okay, now all the laborers are standing in a queue expecting to be paid. Obviously the ones who came in the morning, they would be expected to be paid more. Okay, and the people who came in the afternoon would expect to be paid a little less, and people who came in the evening, okay, lesser than that, you know. But what the landowner does, he pays everyone the same amount. Even the man who was hired in the evening, he worked only for 2 hours. Maybe the pay time was 7 o'clock. He was also paid 1,000 rupees. Now, you just imagine, even if it were you, you will like go up in your arms and say, இது என்ன நியாயமே இல்லை, நாங்கள் காலையிலேருந்து வேலை பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம், எங்களுக்கும் 1000 ரூபாய் தான், இவன் சாயந்தரம் 5 மணிக்கு தான் வந்தான், you pay him also, you know, 1,000 rupees. That is not fair. You know what the landowner says? That's exactly, you have this expression, at the 11th hour. Okay, the parable of the laborers in the Gospel of Saint Matthew typically metaphorically advises that no matter what time you start work, the reward will always be the same. So he is talking about, see, there are few people, I talk about spirituality, you know, I believe in a life after death. Okay, I believe in life after death. Maybe you don't believe in that. Okay, and now I can't look down on you and say, see, I know, you know, I am more spiritually mature than this person. No, maybe you joined me late, you joined late. Okay, but your fervor is more. Okay, your passion, okay, the passion with which you execute things are more. So I have no rights, okay, to say he joined late, why are you paying him more? Maybe this will also help you with regard to your employment. Okay, so where always people have this concern, you know, have this issue to raise when people compare themselves with others, and why is he paid more? I joined, I am senior to him, he is junior to me, why is he paid more, and all that. So that simple expression 11th hour means kadaisi nerathula. So people started borrowing it, and today anywhere you say, why are you coming to me at the 11th hour? Okay, I had to finish everything in the 11th hour. Okay, appadina kadaisi neram. Okay, so again I'm giving you 2 lessons here. One lesson is that, see how beautifully, you know, Jesus, he's talking about the world, you know, the kingdom of heaven. So he says it's like a landowner. God is like a landowner, he says. Okay, so whether you know God when you are 16 years or you know God when you are 60 years, okay, still God sees how much of quality. God is not concerned about quantity. God is more concerned about the quality. Suppose you serve only for two years in your life. You only came to know about God just 2 years in your life. And the 2 years la neenga ennoda 30 years விட நீங்க வந்துட்டு ரொம்ப ரொம்ப God loving, God fearing இருந்தீங்கன்னா God is going to reward you. As simple as that. Okay. But always the early start is good. Okay. One line, I have so much to tell you. So it is about the expression at the 11th hour, okay, which means at the last hour, and it also tells you a beautiful story. So whatever you write, if you could put it in a form of an anecdote, a story, a short story, that always communicates better. Okay, these are the 2 points that we learned from this. Okay.